Trumpy Papa captures Maduro, the Presidente, what's it, from Venezuela, the communist leader of Venezuela. Of course, he was too busy sucking the juice from a rotten communist potato to see the Trumpy Papa coming like an eagle. And we're going to watch the press conference he's about to give now.
Late last night and early today, at my direction, the United States Armed Forces conducted an extraordinary military operation.
He looks tired now, though.
Of Venezuela.
Probably up all night.
Overwhelming American military power, air, land, and sea, was used to launch
an actual eagles.
A spectacular assault.
An actual bald eagle came down from the sky.
An assault like people have not seen since World War II.
That's legendary.
It was a force against a heavily fortified military fortress.
Wow.
In the heart of Caracas.
Wow.
To bring outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro to justice.
That's insane. That's actually legendary.
This was one of the most stunning, effective, and powerful displays of American military might and competence.
Do that to Tim Waltz, too.
In American history. And if you think about it, we've done some other good ones, like the attack on Soleimani.
Yep.
The attack on al-Baghdadi.
Baghdadi.
And the obliteration and decimation of the Iran nuclear sites just recently in an operation known as Midnight Hammer.
Legendary. Big damn ham.
All perfectly executed and done.
Of course. Classic.
No nation in the world could achieve what America achieved yesterday, or frankly in just a short period of time. All Venezuelan military capacities were rendered powerless as the men and women of our military, working with U.S. law enforcement, successfully captured Maduro in the dead of night. It was dark. The lights of Caracas were largely turned off.
No light of a thousand suns there.
Due to a certain expertise that we have. It was dark. And it was deadly. But captured along with his wife, Celia Flores, both of whom now face American justice.
Big mistake, kid.
Maduro and Flores have been indicted in the Southern District of New York.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Clayton, for their campaign of deadly narco-terrorism against the United States and its citizens. I want to thank the men and women of our military who achieved such an extraordinary success overnight with breathtaking speed, power, precision, and competence.
That's legendary.
You rarely see anything like it. You've seen some raids in this country that didn't go so well. They were an embarrassment. If you look back to Afghanistan, or if you look back to the Jimmy Carter days.
Any other president.
They were different days.
Too scared to even do them.
A respected country again, maybe like never before. These highly trained warriors operating in collaboration with U.S. law enforcement caught them in a very ready position. They were waiting for us. They knew we had many ships out in the sea. We were just sort of waiting. They knew we were coming. So they were in what's called a ready position.
Didn't matter at all.
But they were completely overwhelmed and very quickly incapacitated. If you would have seen what I saw last night, you would have been very impressed. I'm not sure that you'll ever get to see it, but it was an incredible thing to see. Not a single American service member was killed, and not a single piece of American equipment was lost.
That's insane.
We had many helicopters, many planes, many people involved in that
Not a
fight.
single person lost, not a single person hurt.
Not one piece of military equipment.
Besides the enemy. And not a single piece of military equipment was lost.
Member was more importantly killed. The United States military is the strongest and most fearsome military on the planet by far. With capabilities and skills our enemies can scarcely begin to imagine. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world. There's no equipment like what we have, and you see that even if you just look at the boats, we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by sea. 90%. Each boat kills on average, 25,000 people.
That's
we knocked out
insane.
97%. And those drugs mostly come from a place called Venezuela.
Not anymore.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So
wow,
we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country until such time as we can do a
take
safe,
all their oil,
proper,
yes,
and judicious transition.
This is great.
And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela.
The people are probably so happy because they hated him.
That includes many from
hated
Venezuela
Maduro.
that are now living in the United States and want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. We're not going to let that happen. We're there now, and what people don't understand, but they understand as I say this, we're there now, but we're going to stay until such time as the proper transition
We're not going to stay forever.
Can take place. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it, essentially, until such time as a proper transition can take place. As everyone knows, the oil business in Venezuela has been a bust, a total bust, for a long period of time. They were pumping almost nothing by comparison to what they could have been pumping and what could have taken place. We're going to have our
So he's going to pump all their oil
large
now.
United States oil companies, the biggest anywhere in the world, go in, spend billions of dollars, fix the badly broken infrastructure, the oil infrastructure,
Can we do that in our
and
country?
start making money for the country. And we are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so. So we were prepared to do a second wave if
They act
we
up.
needed to do so. We actually assumed that a second wave would be necessary, but now it's probably not. The first wave, if you'd like to call it that, the first attack was so successful, we probably don't have to do a second, but we're prepared to do a second wave, a much bigger wave, actually.
Maduro watching from his
This was
Guantanamo Bay
pinpoint.
jail cell right
We
now.
have a much bigger wave that probably won't have to do. This partnership of Venezuela with the United States of America, a country that everybody wants to be involved with because of what we were able to do and accomplish, will make the people of Venezuela rich, independent, and safe. And it will also make the many, many people from Venezuela that are living in the United States extremely happy. They suffered. They suffered. So much was taken from them. They're not
Can
going
you
to
live
suffer
in a communist
anymore.
country?
The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States. As alleged in the indictment, he personally oversaw the vicious cartel known as Cartel de las Solas, which flooded our nation with lethal poison responsible for the deaths of countless Americans.
And Maduro is such a peasant that no one's ever heard of that cartel.
Thousands
So
over the years of Americans died because of him. Maduro and his wife will soon face the
Justice!
full might of American justice.
Justice!
On American soil. Right now they're on a ship. They'll be heading to ultimately New York, and then a decision will be made, I assume, between New York and Miami or Florida. But we have people where the overwhelming evidence of their crimes will be presented in a court of law. And I've seen it. I've seen what we have. It's both horrible and breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his term as
How long has he
president
been in
of
power for?
Venezuela expired, Maduro remained in power and waged a ceaseless campaign of violence, terror, and subversion against the United States of America, threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to trafficking gigantic amounts of illegal drugs that inflicted untold suffering and human destruction all over the country, all over, in particular, the United States.
Yeah.
Maduro sent savage and murderous gangs, including the bloodthirsty prison gang,
MS-13
Tren de Aragua,
and Titty de
to
Aragua.
terrorize American communities nationwide. And he did indeed. They were in Colorado. They took over apartment complexes. They cut the fingers off people if they called police. They were brutal. But they're not so brutal now. And I just have to congratulate our military.
And he died like a dog.
Everybody and our National Guard. Because the job that they've done, whether it's in Washington, D.C., where we have a totally safe city, where it was one of the most unsafe cities anywhere in the world, frankly, and now we have no crime in Washington, D.C.
That's insane.
We haven't had a killing. We had the terrorist attack a few weeks ago. A little bit of a different kind of a threat, but we haven't had a killing in a long period of time, 6-7 months. We used to have two, on average, 2 a week in Washington, our capital. We don't have that anymore. The restaurants are opening. Everyone's happy. They're going, they're walking their daughters, they're walking their children, their wives. They walk to restaurants. Restaurants are opening all over Washington, D.C. So I want to thank the National Guard. I want to thank our military. And I want to thank law enforcement. Been amazing. And they should do it with more cities. We're doing it, as you know, and we're doing it in Memphis, Tennessee right now, and crime is down. We've just sort of started a few weeks ago, but crime is down now 77%.
This is amazing. This is the Trumpy Baba effect. Instantly goes in, takes out the enemy, doesn't even have to think about it. At press conference in the morning, laughing in their piglet faces. This is what America is all about. America is winning again under Donald J. Trump, the Trumpy Baba, back and acting better than ever. And it's going to continue to happen, and it's only going to get better in 2026. He wanted to start the new year with a big damn judge bang, and he did against all odds. So, legendary Maduro in shackles like he should be sucking the juice from a rotten communist potato at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, but Trumpy Baba is gracious. But legendary, let me know what you guys think of this. I think it's great, and he needs to do more of it. And if other presidents did even close to as much as Trump did, the country would be in such better shape. But now the Trump administration is bringing the country back. Legendary. Hope you guys like this video, and the Maestro never gives up.